twisted with Jack Bauer torturing people and all of this to now, oh, yeah, the Army's on the street. What's the big deal? We've just slowly been incrementally, like the frog in the pot, brought into this. Go ahead. You've been holding. I'll shut up.
It's just, you know, you presume in the regularity of government if you're a guy like me in Northern California, you know, a deputy DA, and you're prosecuting criminals. And then, you know, your mind is blown apart, Alex, by the realization and the wake-up that comes with this. I mean, can you imagine in Arizona, you know, where there's no humidity and they're saying that's condensation and it stays there for 3 hours and, you know, bleaches the sky and, you know, whitens it. And I mean...
But it's worse. It's worse than that. 16 years ago, Clifford Carnicom and all these environmental researchers were getting aircraft tests, and they were saying it's aluminum dioxide, barium salts, all this other stuff. And then the government comes out 3 years ago and goes... There is a giant secret test, but we won't tell you the details. We've been spraying and list everything that the old-timers said. And then you find the patents to add it to the jet fuel, and then you find out about the Department of Energy programs, and then you find out about UN treaties in 1976, and then you find out about the chemtrail legislation 2002. Exactly. It's crazy.
We're being lied to. And this is the mind blower for me. The other point, very quickly, the whole notion of conspiracy theorist, that ought to be rejected. The new term ought to be whistleblowers. That's what these people are. They're just whistleblowers. Larry McDonald told us in 1983, he was a congressman, and he was mysteriously shot down over Soviet airspace. He was the head of the John Birch Society. I love that video. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Oh, no, they made a deal. They made a deal with him on CNN, his other speeches. They made a deal to land him. And they took him off, and it was to confirm they basically tortured him over several years. Our own criminal government let Russia do that to get rid of him because he was smart, good-looking, charismatic. Larry McDonald scared the system bad.
So Ron Paul, and there he is on Crossfire in 1983 talking about the New World Order. And they were looking at him like he was crazy. And he said, look, gentlemen, a conspiracy is just a criminal agreement between two or more people. That's all it is. And Eisenhower talked about it in the military-industrial complex.
Listen, let me add to this. Rick, you're on fire with these points. We ought to play that CNN sometime, because I knew that's where you were going, that Crossfire. This is what's so incredible about this. Every day I read the newspaper, and it's this person charged with conspiracy to help somebody rob a bank, or this guy charged with conspiracy because they got together and had meetings about robbing this auto parts store. Of course there's conspiracy, but when government's involved, we're told it's impossible. Now, how ridiculous is that? All the conspiracy theory is now is not believing confirmed liars. And this is what's dangerous. This is why the evil is so smart. As they allow this corruption to continue, it then discredits the entire system, turns the people against the system, and then only the corrupt are in there, and then the globalist can basically fully implode things. You see, the globalists have a leg up on us for one reason. They don't mind wrecking things. In fact, they like it. They don't have any rules. They study how to manipulate. And that's why they're so hard to beat, is because they don't play by the rules. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'd say is I wondered if you saw the movie Thrive, what you thought of that. And then finally, why aren't there any CIs? We need to explain why aren't confidential informants coming out like pilots or biologists that make these horrible things, and, you know, and why aren't they coming out? Don't they have a conscience?
Well, let me tell you, Jim Keith was talking to some of them, and God, he wrote Black Helicopters Over America, Black Helicopter Strike Force, The New World Order in the early 90s. And they killed him. There's no doubt about it, because he did have the informants. And that's why the minute I get something that's powerful and confirmed, I put it out, because it's like I told the D.C. madam. I said, you got to get all that out or destroy it. And I said, don't tell me anything off air. I don't want to be killed. And you know, because she had top people visiting her and her women. And it's the same thing. They have an NSA program that's been partially declassified, where they spy on millions of government and corporate employees. And they let them know they're being spied on, their phones, everything. So they've got computers watching them, and it's just that fear. And they've seen so many whistleblowers come out. I mean, Sybil Edmonds came out and heard the government commanding al-Qaeda on 9/11. And she was threatened with arrest if she told the public. She went ahead and broke her gag order later. So see, the problem is there have been a lot of whistleblowers, Rick.
What I would reject this whole conspiracy theorist label and say We are whistleblowers. That's all we are. I mean, Building 7 on 9/11, these are smoking guns, just absolute smoking guns. The put options that were taken out in the stock market before the 9/11, I mean, these are smoking guns. How could people miss this stuff? You know, it's amazing that they can be spraying over the sky in checkerboards and people, they're missing it.
And then we've got the government programs where they're doing it. And then they go, oh, look, that's just condensation trail. Yeah, a lot of them are. And are there kooks that, you know, think that everything is that? Yeah, but that doesn't matter. There is a giant geoengineering program. It's been partially declassified. And the soil levels of these barium salts, aluminum's going up. And Monsanto's coming out with a seed line that can live in it. The government is hoarding giant underground seed vaults everywhere. The Rockefellers, the UN are doing it. Great points, Rick. Good to hear from you. I should have asked Rick if his fellow prosecutors are starting to wake up. Steve, you're up next. Then we'll get, oh, no, Joey's first, then Steve, then Rick, then Rodney, and others. We'll be right back. PrisonPlanet.tv, GCNlive.com.
Discover a natural way to experience cleaner, healthier indoor air without expensive filters and high-priced machines. Discover what healthcare professionals have known for decades. Salt ionizes and purifies indoor air. That's why you need to visit SilverSkyImports.com. SilverSkyImports.com offers a wide assortment of Himalayan crystal salt lamps, handcrafted from salt crystals that are millions of years old, contain healthy ions that eliminate odor, reduce bacteria, and can even help allergy and asthma sufferers, which means you and your family will breathe better, sleep sounder, and have more energy. These salt lamps are available in stunning, natural colors and shapes to accent any home or office, are environmentally friendly, and best of all, they're affordable. And don't forget, SilverSkyImports.com also carries gourmet and bath salts. Order today at SilverSkyImports.com or call 800-494-1369. That's 800-494-1369. Breathe easier, feel better, live healthier at SilverSkyImports.com.
Hey folks, this is Crazy Melvin for eFoods Direct, and I'm slashing prices to get you the best deals on your food supply. Call now and save on a 25-year food supply that can save your life when disaster strikes, because it will strike and it will smack you right upside the head, so keep...
Wait a minute, Melvin. I know eFoods Direct, and they're not full of hype like you. eFoods Direct goes to great lengths to ensure you get the best ingredients, full of nutrition and flavor. They are the real deal. Melvin, you're right about one thing, though. For Black Friday weekend, eFoods will save you 30% off anything on their website at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Now, that's a deal with no hype. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex and save 30% off your entire order. This deal only lasts through Monday, November 28th, so call now. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Remember, 30% off this Black Friday weekend. Leave the hype to Crazy Melvin, because you can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
If you constantly feel run down and tired, your pH level might be low and your body could be full of toxins. If what you drink is not at a pH level of 8 or higher, you are inviting bacteria and acid to thrive in your body. But there is something you can do. Simply add 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops to your water to help your body rid itself of acidic waste, increase oxygen, and raise your pH balance to optimum levels. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals in the world, alkalizing the water you drink, ridding your body of acidic waste and toxins, and helping you regain energy and vibrant health. And studies show viruses, bacteria, and toxins cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops at alkavision.com. That's ALKA Vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
Okay, I want to go back to your calls in this segment and the next, and then continue with news into the next hour with your calls. And Gerald Celente, who we normally have on about once a month, but he's been on a couple times a week in the last few weeks with this MF Global, which is a big deal. You heard Peter Schiff earlier. Yeah, we're just going to, the system saying, keep your money. That is new. Peter agreed. That's a new level. And people are like 3 weeks later, like, where's the money? They're just like, don't worry about it. But it was in our private accounts. Don't worry about it. Don't be a conspiracy theorist. When the men in suits take your money, that's the way it is, okay? And And this is the main advisor to Obama. Very creepy. That's the thing about corruption. It doesn't stop. It gets worse and worse, or it gets better. It doesn't sit in one spot. And right now, they're running all over us because the average American is laying down to it. I don't like being run over. I don't like being conned and manipulated. I literally lose sleep at night wanting to fight it. And I'm a weirdo. I'm an American. My ancestors were just like I am. This country was built by people that were aggressive and wanted freedom and who weren't criminals. And now look what we've become. We have been bathed in corruption. We think it's funny. Well, you're going to find out why being a bunch of ninnies is not fun. You're going to find out what happens when a country falls. I don't think we can stop that now. But we can try to have a controlled crash landing. That's better than going straight in. I'm the eternal optimist, but it's bad. Because our people are demonic. They are unawake. They are unconscious. I want to go to your calls. And I'm not talking about those of us that are awake, and none of us are perfect. Just the general malaise is so scary because they're in a trance. How do we break them out of the trance? We do that by ourselves recognizing how out of control it is. I mean, when you read thousands of public documents where criminals in our government did lethal chemical, biological, radiological testing on troops, foster kids, black people, you name it, and it was sanctioned, you have to ask, who did that in government? Well, it was the shadow government, the military-industrial complex that Eisenhower warned us about, the last caller mentioned. And then you've got to know it's much worse than it was back then today. They're playing God. And you, Obama, all this, who cares? That's all window dressing. What's going on in the shadow government? And when you start researching it, it is not pretty. And of course, then once you face these facts, you're going to get chills. I just got chills right now, just thinking about this. These are killers running things. And you know why they leave me here on air? Then we're going to go to break, and I promise I'm going to Joey first and Steve. Because it's true. They like to track everything, and that's the system's rationale is that, well, at least we know where the Patriots are. It's a gauge. But also the system's doesn't want to scare people too much yet. They're getting you ready for telescreens. They're getting ready for kill switches. They're getting ready for checkpoints. It's all starting to roll out, and they just want to incrementally do it. You see, I'm so prominent. What did Jim Garrison say over and over again? He said, you got to stay in the sunshine. You got to stay vocal. You got to stay public because that's where you're safe. But more importantly than even that is trust in God. Trust in God, because the system still will kill people like Alex Jones or Congressman McDonald. They're capable of that. But again, McDonald was polished and twinkle-eyed, and that scared him. He was slicker than Alex Jones. That's why they killed him dead in a hammer after deep torture, of course. But, all right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hey folks, this is Crazy Melvin for eFoods Direct, and I'm slashing prices to get you the best deals on your food supply. Call now and save on a 25-year food supply that can save your life when disaster strikes, because it will strike and it will smack you right upside the head, so keep...
Wait a minute, Melvin. I know eFoods Direct, and they're not full of hype like you. eFoods Direct goes to great lengths to ensure you get the best ingredients, full of nutrition and flavor. They are the real deal. Melvin, you're right about one thing, though. For Black Friday weekend, eFoods will save you 30% off anything on their website at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Now, that's a deal with no hype. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex and save 30% off your entire order. This deal only lasts through Monday, November 28th, so call now. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Remember, 30% off this Black Friday weekend. Leave the hype to Crazy Melvin, because you can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.